Oh, dude, here we go. Mythical creatures. Is that a cyclops? So you can see, we can't. Hello, all you fair to partly cloudy people out there. Balogan here from the Knights of Respawn, and welcome back to Spirit Animal Survival. Ooh, I think there's a village up there. We're not gonna go check that out yet. So I want to go ahead and preface this video with an apology to the devs for the last video. I know they're not gonna. Chances are they're not gonna watch this because usually developers don't watch my stuff because I'm just a little guy. But just in case, I will admit the last video kind of came across as if I was making fun of the game. Truth is, I was mostly just trying to make a funny video because I try to do like a lighthearted, comical thing. But yeah, it did kind of come across as I was making like I was making fun of the game. So I want to go ahead and apologize for that. And honestly, that's not what I'm here for. It's not what I'm doing. I try to make more of a lighthearted, just fun, laid-back atmosphere. And I know, like, I cover a lot of indie games. I understand that indie developers put a lot of work into their games, and they put a lot of their time, a lot of their effort, a lot of their own money, and you know, this is their dream. Their dream is to make video games. And so the last thing they need is someone poking fun at their work, especially, you know, a game that's in very, very early access. Like, I mean, this game came out like a month ago. It's gonna have bugs. It's gonna have quirks. I mean, you know, that's just there's a bird on that thing's back. That is so cool. You know, it's not my job to point those things out. So what we're gonna do is just a legitimate Let's Play. Just kind of starting off. And I'm, you know, just looking at the game from more of a positive perspective, because that's what the Knights at Respawn is all about, bringing a positive perspective to the gaming industry. So, right off the bat, first thing we're going to do is, I love the fact they put food just everywhere. I did play the game a little bit earlier. I played it for about 3 hours, just to kind of get the hang of the controls. I also watched a couple of YouTube videos from Razor's Edge Gaming to see what I was doing wrong, what I might have missed. So already figured out a lot more. Like, you notice the chat bar's gone because, you know, the developers even said this in the roundtable. If you just click the chat bar, it goes away. And since I'm single player, we don't have to worry about the chat bar. Ow, I hurt myself. So I think what we're just going to do is we're going to treat this like a normal survival game. Because this is a normal survival game with a twist. We're just going to start crafting things we need. We don't need weapons, we need tools. Alright, we're going to make ourselves an axe. There's our crafting queue. So, a couple of really cool things I've noticed about the game in my length of time playing it is, one thing, there are several animals available. Like, it's not, you know, like Ark, where it focuses on dinosaurs. Or, what's that other game that I play? Out of Reach, where it has like real world animals. Or Dark and Light, where it's got fantasy creatures. This is like a mix of all the different creatures, and so it's like as you traverse the map, you're gonna find orcs and goblins and dwarves. And I saw a giant rock monster with these red glowing eyes earlier that was really cool looking. T-Rex just spawned on top of me. So I mean, there's like a mix of like real world animals and dinosaurs and mythical creatures, and so there's like a mount for anyone, because every animal in the game is tameable. And so it's literally like, what do you prefer? Do you want to ride on top of a, you know, do you want to ride on a mythical creature? Do you want to did you see what I just did there? I drug it to the hot bar. There was an update that came out today. A lot of really new features, really awesome new features got added in. I didn't read the patch notes, so I'm not even going to try to cover it. But a lot of really good features. But I did see that if you drag this to the center, what I was doing was I was just kind of dragging and letting go anywhere. But if you drag this to the center, it'll drop in the hotbar. And so I was kind of doing that wrong. Man, he's creeping. Oh, hey, tree. And so We are learning this together. I looked into the game a bit. I didn't look into the game a huge amount because I like to kind of learn it with you guys. It's kind of like we're playing it together as opposed to I'm informing you, because I'm not very good at informing people of anything. But it's more like we're just kind of hanging out. But I will admit, this game reminds me a lot of Ark and the way it plays. Also, the way it looks, it reminds me a lot of Rust. I haven't really played Rust very much, but I've seen other people play it. And a lot of the textures and the way things like your hands and even the weapons, it gives you that feel of Rust. And so, I mean, development-wise, the game's on the right track. They're doing a really good job with that. As I've played recently, too, I've noticed the controls are pretty tight. I mean, and I don't know, they probably did this on purpose. You can't, like, switch equipment while you're running. Which, like I said, they could have, for all I know, they did that on purpose. They probably thought, you know, who reaches in their bag while they're running and pulls out a spear? But that is something I noticed. Like when I was getting chased by a crocodile, and I thought, I'll switch to my spear and defend myself, but I couldn't switch to my spear while I was running. I had to stop moving and then switch out my spear. But another really cool mechanic I'll show you guys here in a minute is the fact that you can, like, your bow and arrow doesn't take ammunition. You just have infinite arrows for the length of time that you have durability. Same thing with your spear. You can throw as many spears as you want so long as your spear has a durability. And so you don't have to worry. It's not like Ark where you're cluttering your inventory up with tons and tons of ammunition. I mean, I like the fact that Ark does that, but at the same time, I kind of like the fact that SAS doesn't do that. You know, it's a nice appeal where I don't have to weigh myself down with tons and tons of ammunition. I just have to, you know, make sure I have enough stuff to build my next bow. So we have ourselves a spear. Let's drag that into our hotbar. I'm not a high enough level to really do a lot. So I'm mostly just going to be grinding and trying to craft some stuff. I need to make a bow. I need a rustic rope, which I believe is in the others. Yep, there's the rustic rope. I have everything I need to make rustic rope, so let's make a few of these. Use up all my cotton. What else am I going to do with it, right? So while that's going on, I can explain a little, like there's someone else here. I can explain a little bit more about the game too. Last video I talked about how everything was trying to kill me, and the developers confirmed that yes, everything is trying to kill me. You go back and read the comment section. They had a lot of, or go back and check the roundtable in that last video. They had a lot of information. But apparently the game has a karma system, and so, which I touched on that a little bit last video, but basically, if you kill animals for sport and not for food, or, you know, affect the environment negatively, one can say, then all the other animals on the island will start to hate you. And so really the goal of the game, is you have to kind of earn the animals' trust. You have to earn everything on the island's trust before they'll stop, before they'll start becoming passive. My assumption is not everything is going to become passive. Like I don't know, but I don't really see a T-Rex being passive. Maybe it will be unless it's hungry, which that could be an interesting dynamic too, where it's, depending on the animal's hunger level as to whether they're going to be aggressive towards you or not. That could be kind of cool. But either way, this is one of those kind of survival games where your actions matter, which is just kind of cool. You can affect the way the island treats you or the map treats you. So right now we got to be careful because everything wants us dead because we're a newcomer. We haven't earned their trust yet. But at the same time, we also want to survive. Now I do know you don't take a hit to karma if your hunger is below a certain level and you kill an animal. But I also think we can probably get by without killing animals unless we're wanting to tame a carnivore, because we've got enough like fruits and vegetables to just live off of. Looks like these restore. They restore food and water. That's kind of cool. Alright. Oh, wait. I forgot to equip my... Oh, it's not done yet. So you can equip an item two different ways. You can just drag it to the hotbar, but you have to make sure it goes to the center of the hotbar. It's, you know, one of those that the hitbox for the hotbar isn't where you would think it is. It's not, you know, like with Minecraft and Ark, those games that have been around for a while, they've had times to have things like fine-tuned like that. This game being still early access, the hitboxes for the hotbars aren't quite where you would expect them to be, and it's not a negative thing. It's just one of those things that the developers have more important things to worry about rather than the size of the box of the hitbar or the hotbar. So it's one of those, you either have to drag it to be completely centered, or you can hold down shift and click it and it just auto equips it, which Minecraft does that. I mean, that's something that you can do in Minecraft, and I have Ark on PS4, not PC, so I don't know for sure whether Ark on PC does a shift click, but oh, what's a deer? I wonder if we can get close to it without it trying to kill us. Honestly, the game is really pretty, and I do like the landscape and stuff. It'll be interesting whenever we can start riding mounts and flying. Right now, it's just that's not in the cards for us. Right now, we are just grinding. It is time for the grind. Chop down a tree, build a thing, chop down another tree, build another thing, you know. Oh, look, there's a oh, wait, my hatchet's in the way. A Stegosaurus! Mouse, stop it. For some reason, the cord on my mouse got hooked on something and keeps pulling me back to center. Let's grab this cotton while that Stegosaurus has his back turned. Come here, cotton. Boom. Gotcha. Aha, we have the cotton, and you don't. See ya. I'm gonna run into a fox and it's gonna kill me. Foxes have been my enemy in this game. It's because they're below grass level. I don't see them until I'm on top of them. Ooh, more cotton. I was hoping to see one of the mythical creatures so I could show you guys. So far, all we've seen is dinosaurs and like real-world animals, but the mythical creatures are really cool looking. Oh, I'm hearing myself breathe. I thought I was being chased. I was like, don't kill me. All right, let's. Oh, I am getting chased. Run! Run like a catamaran. What are you? I bet you're a bear. We're almost out of staminas. Okay, turn around and walk backwards. Okay, they're not interested in me anymore. Okay, that's cool. I didn't see those guys at all. I do like the fact we don't have weight. You know, like on Ark Survival, you've got a lot of, like, you have to worry about how much weight you're carrying. This is more of the inventory Tetris. It's not really inventory Tetris either. This is just you more like you have slots, and you fill your slots up. You no longer have inventory space, you know, which I kind of I can get with that. That's kind of cool. All right, what do we need to make here? I'm gonna go ahead and start crafting some stuff while I'm here. I don't think I can make half of this stuff. Campfire? Oh, nope, I need stones. We're gonna have to find some stones to harvest. I thought I saw a rock, but it had something dangerous next to it, so I just kind of walked away from it. Oh, it's like the redwood. Really kind of cool looking. Oh. Hi, you just stay right there, okay? I'm gonna leave, bye. Okay. I did read in the patch notes where they kind of changed the animal spawning, so that way the player has a chance to acclimate themselves with their surroundings before they start getting attacked by everything. And that's kind of cool. They've kind of changed the animal spawning a bit. You notice, like, Quetzalcoatlus. That is so cool looking. Wow. That is just neat. Yep. In my last video, I was getting attacked all the time. Well, oh, speaking of getting attacked all the time, that Quetzal wants a piece of me. Run! Run and hide. See through the blood. Yeah. Ah. Okay. I think we're safe. Can't get us through the trees. Take that. Okay. I think we can make a bow now. We sure can. Alright, let's make ourselves a bow. Let's go ahead and equip this torch to our 9 slot. And I might go ahead and make 2 bows. just so when one bow breaks, I've got a second one already waiting. We need to find us some stone, and we need to gain, maybe making these bows might give us the level we need to start crafting some other stuff. So basically, I will say this: I am a firm believer that indie developers need all the positive words they can get, because I've seen other indie games that I've absolutely loved just become abandoned because the community was negative. There's actually a game I'm planning on showcasing in the channel here. Oh, level 2! There's another game I plan on showcasing in the channel, but I'm not gonna mention what it's called because right now I'm showcasing SAS, not that game. But it's currently listed as a dead game, and I personally believe it's because the community had gotten so negative, so toxic towards the developers. I mean, logically thinking, if you were pouring all your time and effort into something and everybody just complained about it and pointed out all the mistakes and told you how horrible it was, how long are you going to be working on that thing until you just throw your hands in the air and say, you know what, everyone hates it anyway, I give up? So, I mean, I definitely am a firm believer, and that's why I cover a lot of indie games, is I'm a firm believer in indie developers need our support. I mean, if we want them to make a good game, we need to get behind them and give them all the positive support and the positive and reinforcement that we can. You need to let them know they're doing a good job and tell them all the things they're doing right. And yeah, there's times where you give them constructive criticism, but at the same time, it's not. You're not blasting them, telling them their game is trash or anything, because if you want a game to live, you got to make the developers feel like they need to keep working with it. Well, I'm not seeing any rocks that I can. And now that I've said that, there's one over there. Haha! I spent this whole time looking for a rock that I could mine. I probably walked by 3 of them, but I was so busy talking. I was really hoping I would see the thing I saw earlier today. So the 2 hours that I was playing, I had a shark swim up on land and chase me up the side of a mountain. And I was like, man, I wished I was recording that, because that was just so cool. It was going to be like Land Shark or something. That 1980s Saturday Night Live skit where the land shark. Oh yeah, that would have been so cool. There's the rock. Okay. We're going to go beat on this rock with a hatchet and hopefully get enough stone to make a pickaxe. I love the fact... See, they make it to where food is just available for you, to where you don't have to... hunt animals if you don't want to. They just make it to where the food is just right there, which is pretty cool. I feel like since the world spawn was a totem pole, I feel like this game is more... It's like a survival game with like a Native American type twist, which is really cool because no one else has done that. Like no other developer has done this kind of thing. And then add in the ability to shapeshift. I haven't seen a survival game that has done that yet. That's an original hook, so that's kind of cool. Alright, let's see if we can't make us a pickaxe here. All the technological advancements. What are you? Copper. Oh, okay. Copper, gold. Oh, hey, we have a bow and arrow going into slot 3. Alright, so we got... Oh, look at that metal. That's a lot of metal. Not like Ark, where you get like 1 metal every like 3 or 4 rocks you break. That's kind of cool. All in all, I mean, we've been going for 20 minutes now. I'm going to have to do some crazy editing to get this a little bit shorter. But we, oh dude, here we go. Mythical creatures. Is that a Cyclops? So you can see, can't. Let me put my weapon away so I can see better. Nope, it's not a Cyclops. Ogre. Oh, Ogre saw me. Ogre saw me. Ogre wants me dead. Gotta run. You see I'm running, but I can't pull out my bow, because I thought I could pull out my bow and turn around and shoot him, but there we go. Ha! I will so shoot you if you come over that hill. I think he changed his mind. You better run. Well, guys, I think that's all the time we have. Really, we just kind of looked around, explored a little bit, and we did some technological advancements. We got ourselves a pickaxe, we got ourselves a hatchet, we made a spear, got ourselves a bow and arrow, talked a little bit about the game. Yeah. If you like what you saw, feel free to leave a like. If you want your voice to be heard, you can do so down at the round table below. Hopefully I piqued your interest on this game, because so far this game is pretty cool. I've been playing it for, like I said, I played it for like 3 or 4 hours, but either way, I hope you guys have a positive week. I'll see you in the next video, and God bless.